Whitworth's just a great team. Really impressed on both sides of the ball with how they play, the speed and physicality they play with. Just really impressed with them. Proud of our guys for just continuing to battle and not the game that we hoped for, but I thought they showed a lot of character in how they finished the game.
Austin, you got banged up late in the first half there, and looks like you were out on the line in the second half, but you were able to check that off. How'd you keep going after being down on the turf for a while?
I just looked at the sideline and saw my guys, and they're there for me, and I know I can be there for them. So, at the end of the day, I love this game so much, so I was putting my body out there for those guys, and I knew they do the same for me.
Coach, how difficult is it in the 1,500-mile transition to come to Waverly on Thanksgiving Day weekend?
Well, I think twofold. One, it's a challenge, but two, it's awesome. Intercollegiate athletics is about the experience, and our kids got a great experience. As a coach and as a player, you want to practice on Thanksgiving Day and have to have the challenge of going through all of those things. So I don't think travel and the unique situation or the distance was the factor of the game today. But for us, it was just a great experience, and for anyone that gets to experience that, that's what you live for.
Coach, did I understand right, this is kind of a homecoming for you? You're from Iowa?
I was born in Iowa, grew up on the Illinois-Iowa border, and I'm a Midwest boy at heart, and super fun to be back here. And Midwest values and Midwest friendliness definitely was shown here in Waverly and by Whitworth.
Atticus season as a whole, you guys were able to knock off Montana Power Winfield, got a couple big wins late in the season, and got to the second round of the playoffs. I know it's hard to say 20 minutes, half hour after the game, but surmise this season as a whole for you, what are you going to remember the most?
I think what I'm going to remember the most is every home game we have dinner with all the DBs. Go to our coach's house, talk about life. So those relationships are really, really close.
Same question for you, Austin.
Oh man, me coming as a transfer, I maybe knew 3 or 4 seniors going into our senior trip right before our fall camp started. I was a little worried, and after that senior trip, I think I'll remember that for the rest of my life. Those guys became my brothers on that trip, and it felt like I knew them for 4 or 5 years. And to add on to that, coming in, it was tough, and it was an amazing experience. I feel like I've been here for 3 or 4 years now, and I think the biggest thing takeaway is honestly the travel trips. You got 6-hour bus rides to Oregon all the time, and it's no better feeling than getting to do with your guys. It's a fun experience, fun time, and that's the thing that you remember. You don't really remember the games. You remember those trips you have with your buddies and stuff like that.
Coach Sandberg, what made your offense scoring a lot of points slow down today? What does Warford provide with problems?
Yeah, it's a great question. Warburg's defense is so sound, and they just do not give you anything, and especially over the top, which is what we've been really good at all year. So, and then they're just so fast. You think there's holes, you think there's space, and they can cover that up. I think toward the second quarter, third quarter, their D-line became a handful for us to block. They came up and made some big plays, knocked down some screen plays, and we tried to take advantage of them. I think the most underrated part of the Warburg defense is their D-line. They make things happen up front, and they did that today.
I was going to ask the same question of Austin. That second quarter was a rough quarter for us offensively. What did you see from your perspective on the defensive side?
Man, they're flying around. For me, I was seeing guys flash open, and when I was getting ready to pull the trigger, dudes were flying in the windows. They were doing their job, getting into the windows they were supposed to be in that we knew. And if I just had to throw some balls in some tight windows, miss some opportunities, but they were a great defense out there, and they brought some pressures, and it was fun to compete against a team like this. A great defense. It always brings the best out of us, and it was a fun day out there.